I don't know if I've brought this up in previous episodes or not, but I should make a point that my favorite locomotive of the DE30AC and DM30AC roster is 423. And if you're just as invested in this as I am, you're probably asking yourself, well, why does he like it so much? Is it because of the horn? Well, yes, and also no. Well, it's not only that, but if you take a close look at 423 and you look into the history of where it's been and how it started off, you can actually tell that this is a very significant locomotive, not only for the Long Island Railroad, but for dual modes in general. So just a quick side note before we start, if you happen to be familiar with the series Engines of Amtrak by Amtrak Guy 365, you should go check him out, by the way, he's a great YouTuber. You may recognize the format of this video. It's going to be information at the beginning and then a few clips at the end of the engine in action and whatnot. So I hope you guys enjoy, and let's get into it. The Long Island Railroad took delivery of their EMD DM30AC fleet in late 1999 to early 2000 to replace their aging fleet of EMD FL9s, GP38-2s, MP15ACs, as well as FA and PA power packs that were acting as mainline passenger power at the time. The DM30AC and DE30AC counterpart are pretty much the same on the outside. They have a length of 75 feet, a width of 10 feet 1 inches, and a height of 14 feet 4 inches. The DM30ACs came in as slightly heavier with the dual-mode equipment, weighing in at around 1,000 pounds more than their DE30AC counterparts. In terms of engine specifications, the DM30ACs came equipped with EMD 12N-710G3B prime movers. That is quite a mouthful. I'm not going to attempt to read out the traction motor names. All you need to know is that they're made by Siemens and that they have 720 horsepower output each. The Long Island Railroad has gone through many different types of horns since the arrival of the DE30ACs in 1998, so here are a few different samples of the many horns that these engines have had throughout the years of their service. DM30AC 507 in particular lived to see past 2000, unlike certain engines. And since it was one of the dual-mode locomotives, it was able to go into Penn Station via its third rail shoes. However, DM30AC 507 suffered an electrical cabinet failure in the late 2000s. The engine was removed from service, and all dual-mode parts from it were stripped. But the LIRR wasn't done with this unit just yet. After the dual-mode parts were stripped from the unit, it was renumbered to 423 and re-entered service as a normal DE30AC. .507 was given a second chance at life. Although it wouldn't be able to go into Penn Station anymore without its dual-mode equipment, it held up as a pretty reliable DE30AC in regular passenger service. Now, something interesting that I noticed is that if you look down by the fuel tank, you can see that it still has the same fuel tank that is commonly seen on DM30ACs. And if you look over here at this picture of a fuel tank on a DE30AC, you can tell that it is quite different. Another interesting little detail is that if you look behind the horn mounted on the cab, you can still see the number 507. Now that the information segment is out of the way, I'd like to show you a few of my favorite clips that I've caught of 423 over the past year and a half or so. Alright, that's all for this week's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, comment what your favorite part was, subscribe if you're new, and as always, I post every other weekend on Sundays at or around 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in 2 weeks.